Hey everyone, how is it going? So, today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about self-image versus, or what the actual image of you really is. I know that sounds like a weird topic, but bear with me. I've kind of operated on the idea. Now, I don't remember where I heard this from. I want to say it's a concept of psychology. Please, if you know, verify this for me. Put it in the comments below. I would love to hear it. But it's the concept of three selves: the version of you that you see, the version of you that others see, and then somewhere in between those is the actual you. Now, I know that can get kind of murky because the version of you is the one you always see, so it's kind of static. And then there's the version of you which is different for every single person that you know and those who see you on social media. So they're not going to all see you the same way. They're all going to see different aspects of you, and they're all going to see different things within you. Give me 1 second here, please. Sorry, we're getting some hot cider brew because this is kind of my coffee with Kage segment, but I'm not making coffee. I'm actually making apple cider today. So please bear with me. And between all of those different perspectives that others see and the self that you see, in between there is somewhere the real you. Now, the reason I bring this particular concept up is because earlier today, an awesome friend of mine put a comment on one of my photos. Let me see if I can actually bring up the photo because it's a pretty awesome photo actually. Now that I've looked at it. And okay, there it is. Let me see if I can switch scenes to it. This photo, and it's a pretty awesome photo of me, or I will admit that. And it was related to what was going on this morning. And this is actually the comment. If you can't read it, I will read it out for you. And it says, "Holy hotness, have you seen yourself in a mirror recently?" Now, let me elaborate on that comment specifically. I wasn't feeling very hot or when I took this photo. In fact, I was actually in a fair bit of pain, but I was starting to feel a little bit better because I had just done a stretch. So when I saw this comment, this was hours after the fact, I probably didn't take it as well as I should have because how I see myself is this mediocre, uninteresting, but just starting to find himself and start finding this kind of confidence kind of guy. I'm not there to where I consider myself hot yet, but I'm working on it because I realize that I could be considered attractive, and if it helps someone get inspired to make the same transformation I did, because now that you've seen that photo, which was taken this morning as of this video, I want to show you one of my photos from when I definitely was not feeling hot, and in fact was feeling very much not hot. Let me see if I can bring up that album. There's going to be more than one here. Let me see. Workout photo. The program pics. I'll show you a couple that are side by side because these are definitely not my best photos. Thankfully, these are from back in 2011. I am not this person anymore, at least physically speaking, and I'm definitely not there mentally anymore, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it. And get back to desktop, and yeah, as you can see, not my happiest self at all. I wasn't particularly hurting here, but I was not my best self at all. And the photos speak for themselves. Like, I can't really say much more than that. I was not happy with how I looked. I wasn't happy with how I felt. And I literally felt like I looked out of shape, soft, very, very unattractive, and all sorts of things. And I can't put it any plainer than that. And that was, even though that was very much my self image then, it takes for me a lot longer for my self image to change than my real image. And I hope that makes sense. Because I can look at myself in the mirror and still see that person sometimes. Or that pic that I showed you from before, that was, well, not before, the quote after pic that I took as of this morning that I was called hot in. even though I see that physically in the mirror, that's not mentally who I'm seeing yet. But like I said, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. And that's not something that's going to happen overnight if you're struggling with this too. Because as much work as I've done physically and had an awesome transformation, as those pics have shown, the mental transformation sometimes is it's kind of like the feather effect. It's like even though one thing can drop really fast and get to the point where you want it, like in my case, my weight, or the mental version of that, or it falls closer to a feather versus a stone. And it's just going to take a little bit longer to get down to where I want it to be, to where I'm feeling confident in myself, or in that way, to where I am feeling sexually attracted. Because right now, I'm starting to feel that way, but it's, like I said, it's a constant or a battle with my own inner self. Now, hold on. I'm finishing making my or cider, but you've seen both photos, and you've seen physically what I look like, and now you have a little bit of idea of what's going through my head mentally when I see those kinds of comments. I appreciate them, I really do. So, but my response to them may not always make sense at first, but I am working on that. I promise you that. So if you think I'm attractive, just say so. Don't sit there and hold back just because you think I might not take the compliment like it should be. Because the one thing I've discovered from my own experience and helping other people through the exact same situation is telling someone over and over and constantly reminding them how amazing they look. That helps. It might take a long time, or it might be tomorrow, but it helps. So please, don't hold back the compliments. Give the compliments when you can. Tell people they look awesome, because that really can make a difference in their day-to-day lives. And with that, I want to wind up this video, and I will see you all next segment.